Bro.
We're rolling.
What's up? It's Sammy, the Spanish guy Gavar, and new TNT champion. And you, yes, you, right now are listening to the
Bob Culture Podcast.
Bob Culture Podcast.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Nothing between the lines of the page or at a time. Forgiveness is for angels, but this angel fell out of line. That's it, no second chance or redemption can be found. 'Cause you can't run the devil and the devil is hunting you down.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, back here live at 80s Wrestling Con. Goodest brother, we're having a lot of fun. We're talking to legends. We talked to Dave LaGreca. We're talking to people at all points in their career. And we met
Gorilla.
That's it. Yeah, how was that, man? We met this gentleman, Keebu Harris, ladies and gentlemen, up-and-comer from New York, training with the Samoans, training with Afa Jr. right now, man.
That's awesome.
How's that going?
Well, I just trained last night, actually, and that was that was tough. When you step in the ring with Afa,
I bet
you're gonna feel it.
I feel like most of the Samoans, they it's hard.
And you
It builds character.
There you
now you say
I like it.
You had trained elsewhere first, and you don't have to say where, but now you're training with Afa, and you say it's very, very different, right?
Yeah, it's different. Now I'm learning the TV style, which is actually
Right.
something I need if, WWE is the spot where I want to be at.
Okay.
And it's the perfect thing for me because now there's just little key things that I didn't even realize was different until I got in there and started doing it.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm like, the more that I get to keep doing it and get the hang of it, it's like, man, I'm going to pick up on it very, very quickly. And the only thing that we really need to keep going with is just more reps, more repetition.
I gotcha.
And also being consistent. You can't just go to practice Tuesday and then just snack all week and then expect you to stay.
No, yeah.
It doesn't work like that.
Yeah. Gotta stay consistent.
So
That means can't go to grandma's house tomorrow and eat.
No.
I'm getting hungry right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's been a long morning. Definitely gonna grab some food after this. Keebu, for those who don't know you, man, it's an honor to get to know you today, man. I appreciate your drive and initiative, man, and just shaking hands, man. That's how we met you, man. Who is Keebu Harris? The Chainbreaker, right?
Chainbreaker.
Yeah, who's Keebu Harris?
Well, me as a wrestler, that's who I am. I take down every obstacle in my path. Now, me outside of the ring, it's kind of the same deal. And what the Chainbreaker is that I had to deal with a lot of mental strongholds. Like, I heard a lot of people telling me, like, oh, you're going to quit. You shouldn't be here.
Oh.
We don't want you here. I had to deal with politics, and, I was supposed to get certain shots, and that got taken away. So all those things right there are mental bondage. And then when you look at my personal life, like, I've been backstabbed. I've been cheated on.
Yeah, me
I
too.
was
I'm sorry,
in a
man.
relationship
Me too,
a couple
brother.
years ago,
Yeah.
and the girl left me for another guy. And that created an emotional stronghold. So
Yeah,
I
sure.
really had to rely on God
There's
to
a
break those
there's
chains.
a healing process.
Yeah, it was a healing
man.
process.
Takes
I'm better
time.
now, man, but I really had
That's
to
good to hear, man.
Yeah, man, I really had to lean on God to really break that chain. And then the minute that he did it, it was like, okay, now I'm mentally focused to get back in the ring.
I love that, man. It's something I can certainly relate to, man. I have the best support system in the world, goodest brother
Awesome,
right there.
awesome.
And wrestling has also really, really helped me.
Wrestling has
did that
been so
help with
good
the
to
healing
us.
and everything you've been through at all?
I'm going to be completely honest with you. I just had to talk about this the other night. A lot of people do, rely on wrestling too much, to save them. Wrestling can help you.
I can
I
understand
tell
that.
people-
Yeah,
I tell
yeah.
people, I'm like,
They depend on it.
Don't live and die.
And there should be
with-
other things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't live and die with
There you
wrestling.
go.
I always say that. But
Yeah. Yeah, and that was another thing, I've been harping on, I want this to be my dream job. This is
Right.
something I've always wanted to do.
Right.
But also at the same time, I'm not going to be so overly consumed with this thing to the point where it becomes an idol. When it becomes an idol, it becomes the most important thing to you. You start become obsessed with it. It starts to become like your God in a sense, if that makes sense. It starts to become everything to you.
You want it to be a part of you, not all of you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got you on that. Yeah.
But yeah, it definitely helped, have a focus and have a goal to something to take my mind away from that. But at the end of the day, wrestling wasn't going to heal what was already broken.
I got you.
Not just with the relationship that didn't work. I'm talking about with everything, the
Yeah,
negative
just
people,
everything in general, yeah.
just everything in general. You know, growing up in poverty, not growing up without a father, like all those different things. It added up after a while, and I was just angry all the time.
Yeah.
And that right there was just a chain that had to be broken. I didn't even realize it because me living like that and that negative mindset with a bad upbringing, that became normal.
Yeah,
When it
that's
became
unfortunate.
normal, you don't realize like how bad it is until you get out of it.
Yeah, but we during this whole pandemic, COVID era, a lot of people focused on physical health, but I noticed mental health was just as important, if not, I'm not saying more important, but mental health was definitely a big thing. And like Rob said, like a lot of emotional support. He went through a lot these past couple years. So it's like you said, wrestling is an escape, but it shouldn't be everything.
Yeah.
You shouldn't, like you said, you shouldn't live and die by it. I get it though, because when pro wrestling is done right, there's nothing better.
Yeah.
It could be amazing. It could be emotional. It could grab your heart. It could grab your imagination, but it shouldn't be everything.
Right.
You know, I gotcha.
Right, and another thing I wanted to add is that you can have as much success in the WWE, in AEW, or wherever you want to be at, or wherever you aspire to, work and, wrestle. But at the end of the day, wrestling didn't wake me up this morning. That's something else to think about.
Yeah. I'm into that, brother. Got to ask you this, man. It's so cool to see a lot of people. And you said 2 years in, right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
2.5 years.
Good for you, man. Wrestling is one of the few things that I've seen a lot of people really, really make it and succeed. A lot of our friends on AEW Dark.
we have
now a lot of our friends are working on NXT regularly.
Yeah, it's so cool to watch.
It's awesome to see, man. Is there a certain destination for you? Are you looking for a contract? Are you looking just to learn and grow more? What's the end game?
Well, if Vince McMahon wants to hire me right now, I can make arrangements with my schedule. I can put my 2 week notice in at work.
There it is. Anyone you want to work? Because obviously you're around ISPW right now. You said you come from New York. A lot of creative pro guys up that way. Anyone you want to stand across the ring from on an independent level and a national TV level? Dream matches.
As far as independent level, I'll work anybody. It doesn't matter. Anybody, anytime. Now, if we're talking a WWE level, now I know he's retired, but I'd love to have a one-on-one match with The Undertaker at WrestleMania. That would be awesome.
Wow.
That's my dream opponent.
He's going right to the top.
That's my dream opponent.
Aiming high,
He's going. Wow. Okay.
Storytelling would be just top tier.
Now, going back to the origin a little bit, who were some of your favorites growing up?
The Hardy Boys.
Really?
Definitely
Nice.
the Hardy Boys.
That's
Yeah.
still our favorite.
Juke.
Oh yeah, seeing them in AEW almost on this I don't want to say nostalgic tour, but it's really cool to see the Hardys still performing at a high level and at this stage of their career. It's so cool.
It's interesting though because March 26th I actually drove down from Elmira to Philadelphia, so that's a 4-hour drive. So I'd be up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I was on the road by 6 a.m. Got there about 10, and I met Matt and Jeff.
I never met them.
Yeah, I met them like 6 times already. So
that's awesome.
I decided I was going to shoot my shot because I heard in an interview that this is going to be their last run.
Okay.
So I'm going to go talk to Jeff about possibly doing a 6-man tag team match with him.
Wow.
Pitching the idea of, me and the Hardy Boys against 3 opponents. And Jeff was like, sure, man. I'm like, wait, what?
Wow, just like that, huh?
Yeah, right now it won't be able to happen because they're AEW schedule.
Yeah, I got you.
Independent booking shows.
Yeah.
But I'm going to continue to keep training and keep doing right, keep my belief first, but also at the same time, like by the time that opportunity is going to come, I'll be ready.
That's awesome.
So the first time that they do an Omega show, trust and believe, I will be there.
Now, you like the Hardys? What singles guys? What other tag teams were you into?
It's weird though because I really like tag team wrestling growing up as a child, but like actually getting in there and doing it, I just prefer singles. I don't know why. It's just something.
It happens,
It's just a person.
It evolves, yeah.
Yeah, it's a personal preference of mine. As far as like anybody else, I've always been a really big fan of Rob Van Dam. The reason why is because he's so innovative, and that's what I always try to do. That I always try to do something innovative, something that nobody's really done before. But also, I'm a really big fan of Shawn Michaels, and the reason
that's one of my all-time favorites. He's number 2 behind Brett for me.
He is one of those people who can do everything in the ring just phenomenally well.
Yes.
You want technical wrestling, he can do that. If you want a high flyer, he can do that as well. If you want to cut a promo, he can do that as well. Like, this guy is a master of just in-ring psychology. Just everything was just so spot on. And you look at the match with him versus Ric Flair at WrestleMania 24, same thing. The psychology and the storytelling behind it was just magic.
It was so good.
Watching Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker, man, just watching that match, just even thinking about that match gives me chills, because you have the whole dynamic of Shawn Michaels descending, dressed in all white, like
yeah,
from
the
heaven.
Undertaker's in all
and then
black.
You have the Undertaker rising up from hell.
Yeah.
Like it's just
Storytelling.
they paralleled it so well. It was a heaven versus hell battle, and then you get into the psychology, the pacing, the video package, and then that's the best, literally the best finish to a match I've ever seen. Shawn Michaels goes to the top rope,
Moonsault.
goes for a moonsault, but Undertaker catches
Caught
him in midair
him, yeah.
and hits him with a tombstone pile driver. Like literally, I remember watching that. I was 13 years old, and I remember literally everybody sitting in that living room. It was like 7 or 8 people. Everybody just went nuts.
Yeah.
That is just unheard of, and I'll
Yeah.
never forget that feeling. And ever since then, I was like, nah, this is what I'm going to do.
I was going to ask you which Shawn Michaels Undertaker match do you prefer? The 25 or 26?
25, hands down.
I was about to say. I mean,
Hands
I think I
down.
know the answer, but I still
Hands
wanted to
down.
ask. Yeah,
Yeah.
26 is very
26
good, though.
is like right there.
It really is.
It
yeah.
really is right there. But 25, just they stole the show.
They really did.
That right there is what I call a 5-star match, and that's the one that really motivated me to actually step foot in the ring.
That's amazing.
That
to
one
hear,
is
man.
that one is just phenomenal. I've literally watched that match at least 50 times already in my life.
It's been a while since I've watched it, but I remember when it first came out, and then it came out on a DVD compilation. We watched it a few times. Oh, so good.
I have it on DVD, and I've owned it on DVD like 4 times already.
Yeah, it's on a few of mine. I forget. Yeah.
Hey, Keebu, tell everyone where they can follow you.
Yes.
Book you, man.
Promo.
I like where your
Book
mind's at. You're
this
aiming
guy.
high. You know your stuff. Guys, book Keebu.
Yeah,
Tell 'em.
aim high. I'm Keebu Harris on Facebook, also on Instagram, Keebu Harris as well. So if you're looking for a wrestler, come get me. I'll be there.
My man, Keebu, thanks for a few minutes. Ladies and gentlemen,
Thanks, man.
Keebu
Appreciate
Harris.
it.
Thanks, man. Good luck to you, bro.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Good luck, man.
Thank you so much.
Hope
Thanks,
to
man.
see you down
Appreciate
the
it.
road.